speed on here once it gets down.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday all across the good old US of A. We got a fun show for you today. We're going to be talking with the Speed Man from Cookies Barbecue Sauce, doing a little upland grilling tips for you. And I don't know, we might talk some ribs or something. He just got back from Owatonna, Minnesota. They were doing a big rib wagon deal up there. We're going to be talking with Iowa Department of Natural Resources Biologist Jim Coffee, a little EHD. Morning, Scotty Mueller, a little EHD, a little upland info for you. So we're going to be doing that. In between there, I've got some fishing information for you. I got some winners to tell you about. And we got the Iowa Jeep Show coming up I need to tell you about, and all that other fun stuff. Show's brought to you in part today by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. They'll get you $60 a month for a 12 by 50 assigned spot. That'll provide you secure gates 24/7, security cameras, discount for multiple spots. Just give Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call at 515-822-1362, 515-822-1362, and they'll get you covered to go on your spots. How about that? Man, what a morning, I'm telling you. Got in this morning, trying to get stuff situated. Andrew's over there.
I am.
Taking your calls, 244-1350, 244-1350, and he will get you covered up. So there you go.
With a blanket.
Good morning, Harry. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Brant. Good morning to you. Love the upland information. I knew you would, Brant. I knew you would. 8 o'clock's going to be for you, buddy. So let's go to the phones and see how my buddy's doing. How you doing there, Speed Man?
Good morning. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing better. You sound a little bit better this morning.
Well, yeah, I got rid of a few of the frogs, and my voice is getting a little bit better.
Yeah. So how many rib wagons have you done this year already?
I don't. Let's see, where we're in Del Rapids, South Dakota, Mitchell, South Dakota, and Osceola, and Carroll.
You don't have to go through them all. You think? What do you think? 20?
I would say about 3 a month. So we hit about probably 3 a month. It's pretty close.
Yeah, I was going to say you've been on the road a lot. Now you went.
May, June, July.
Yeah, you went up to Owatonna, Minnesota, first time with the old rib wagon, and I heard those Norwegians up there. You took care of them, and you sold over what, 300 pounds of ribs?
300 pounds of chicken wings. That's what just got me.
We
sold 378 racks of ribs, about 300 pounds of pulled pork, and 300 pounds of chicken wings.
Wow.
And I can't believe, and we did chicken wings in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, and went through Grunches up there. We were down at Osceola at the high beach. We were down there, went through Gobs and chicken wings. I don't know whether it's just a fad or we got some magic way the way we do our chicken wings. We just sprinkle them in flavor enhancer and put them in the smoker, and chicken is done at 165 degrees, but we leave them in there a little longer and get them up around 180. And boy, that meat comes off that bone just slick and clean, and they are mighty good, I will say that.
Well, now come on. Now, what would you rather have? Some beautiful Cookies barbecue sauce chicken wings, or some pickled herring? Because they eat a lot of that pickled herring up there. I'd rather have the chicken wings myself.
Well, see, and I might grab the pickled herring.
See, Jenny eats. Yeah, Jenny eats that stuff, Speed. And you want some? I said, I don't eat bait. Sorry.
Oh man, I tell you what. And speaking of pickled herring, went to that Johnny and Dick's out there on Hickman, and they got pickled herring on their salad bar, and I took my share, and then I also took your share, Dan.
You can have all my share you want, because, like I said, I refuse to eat bait. So that's good. Morning, Roger. Good morning, Scotty Mueller. Dave, Fishing Dave. Good morning. Good morning, Tony Casey. Good to see you. Yeah, hey, don't go nowhere today. We got 3 winners to tell you about later in the show, so we got a lot going on there. Good morning, Jeff K. Jeff Knutson's listening. So where'd the summer go, buddy? I tell you, as soon as that fair is over with, it's like we're in the fall.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, summer just shot right on by. And had great crowds out at the fair, and I couldn't believe when, I looked at the calendar and said, boy, in 2 weeks we got to set up for the Iowa State Fair. And bingo all at once, it was fair time, and had good crowds out there at the fair. Had nice weather. It was a great fair, and I'll tell you what, Jeremy Parsons and his crew out there do a great job of running the fair. I mean, it was just from my standpoint, it was not a problem, and I know they had a lot of. I'm sure they did a lot of things behind the scenes, but everything went so smooth. It was just it was a fun fair.
Well, it's that lobster corn dog, Speed. That's what did it.
I had one of them, and it was okay. But I'll tell you what, just give me the prime rib over at Cattleman's Beef Quarters anytime.
Yeah, see that that's always my go-to whenever I do go to the fair. I always go to Cattleman's and have a good sandwich. So, wasn't that lobster corn dog like $20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was something different, but I ate breakfast 3 times at Cattleman's, and then had a ribeye steak sandwich one night, and then had prime rib another night. And I tell you what, it just hard to beat the prime rib, I think.
Yeah. Well, we had a water buffalo running around Des Moines. If you could have got that shot, boy, water buffalo is really good eating too.
Well, there you go, and now they've kind of he's not going to get shot, I heard.
No, it's going to an animal sanctuary or something. So, yeah.
You think they'll put us there?
I have no idea where we're going to end up, buddy. I'm just telling you. I carried out a gallon of original, about 12 blocks, been doing that for years. I carried out a gallon of original. Original what, buddy? Sauce? Huh. Hey, did you, we got dove season starting up, that's this couple days. And I personally, I like grilled dove. Wrapped in bacon's really good on the smoker or the grill. My favorite way to eat dove has always been the dove poppers. With you seed out the jalapenos and then you cap them, and then you go ahead and you take your grilled dove and you put that on top, and you wrap it with you get your cream cheese and jalapeno relish, or however you want to do it, and then get it in a smoker or on the grill. And those jalapeno dove poppers has always been my favorite. What do you like to do with dove?
Dove, I like to, years ago, used to shoot a lot of pigeons.
Uh-huh.
And I like to just take the breast is about all there is to eat on them. And I like to just fry it in a little bit of butter and a little seasoning on it, and just don't overcook it. And, man, I love it that way.
In France, they call that squab. Yeah.
But so, there they roast the whole bird.
Yeah, see, it adds another 10 francs to your dinner ticket. Because if they called it pigeon, it'd be like $8. But if you call it squab in those fancy French restaurants, they can get you for $30. See?
Yeah, there you go. See, it's all in what you call it,
Absolutely. Hey, I got to tell you, I got the nicest letter from one of my listeners in St. Louis, because you were kind enough to come over and be the title sponsor of the KTRS Outdoor Show on the Big 550 this summer, and they tried your barbecue sauce for the first time, and she called the station and she texted. I think she texted James down there, and she said she never heard of Cookie's barbecue sauce, and she said that was the best. She likes the original, and she got the Korean because we were talking about the stir fries. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's I've known you for 20, 22, 23 years, I guess now. And I don't. I'll be honest with you. When I lived down there, malls and Baby Ray's. Those are the big sauces down in St. Louis. But when I moved up here, I got Cookie Fied. See, but
there you go.
it's still amazing to me that people still have a hard time hearing about cookies. You're in 39 states now, aren't you?
Yeah, and what's so funny, Dan, is standing out at the Iowa State Fair, people come up and say, "Where's this made?" "Oh, it's made right here in Iowa." Really? Never knew that. And I've stood at the state fair for like 30 years.
You still get that at the fair? It's made. They don't know it's made in Iowa.
Yep. They're still surprised to hear that it's made in Iowa. But we had a real good response. Sold a lot of the Korean out there at the fair.
Yeah.
Sold a lot of Korean up at that old town of Minnesota because it's so easy. Like just take a salmon fillet, for instance, and throw a piece of foil down, lay your salmon on it, sprinkle it lightly with flavor enhancer, and brush it with the Korean. Put it on your grill and have your grill at 375 or 400 degrees. Have it fairly hot. Close the lid down. Wait 20 minutes, open it up, brush it again with a little bit of that Korean, and then you can pull that foil with the salmon off. It comes right off the grill. You got no mess to clean up, and then you can just, when you pick the salmon up, the skin will stick to that foil, and boy, you just got that nice salmon meat. Boy, is that ever good.
Yeah, hey, I picked up a cooking tip this week from my buddy Scott Lasith. Did you know if you take boiling water and pour that over your salmon fillets, if it still has the skin on, that'll let you peel the skin right off?
I'll be darned.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Because I love Cedar Plank's salmon in the grill, on the smoker or on the grill.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big salmon fan. Jenny gets after me all the time because she loves salmon. But I tell you what, you put that on the Cedar Plank and stuff with your lemon wedges, a little Cookies flavor enhancer on each side, and you grill that or smoke it. You can serve it right on that Cedar Plank. It's really good eating.
Yeah, of course, I've loved salmon for years, and it's just great, regardless of how you cook it. It's good hot or cold. I like to eat cold salmon. Just anything leftover, I'll just do a whole fillet, and that's more than Janet and I can eat. And then I'll just go ahead and we'll just eat it cold. So I like it that way.
Yeah. Brand said to tell you pickled herring is really good, but pickled northern pike is better.
Oh, well, if somebody wants to give me some pickled northern pike, I'll be more than happy to try it.
I'll see if I can get you some. I got to go up to Minnesota here in a few weeks, and I'll see. Morning, Rick. Let's see. Scotty Mueller said water buffalo is fantastic eating. Rick says he buys Cookie's barbecue sauce he buys a gallon at a time. So he loves you guys.
Well, good.
Morning.
The nice thing about you bringing the northern pickled northern down, I won't have to worry about you eating all of it before it gets here.
Yeah, I won't eat it. Good morning, Daryl. Good morning, Hank down at Revelton. Hank Milner said tell you hi, Speed.
Well, good. Tell him hi. We had a good time down in Osceola.
Brant says dove and pigeon poppers are the best, smoked at 250 degrees for 90 minutes. Good stuff. We always buy a gallon of original cookie sauce at the fair. It's our tradition. Sorry I wasn't very clear. You're okay. Jeff, good morning. Bob Wright, good morning. Chris in Pennsylvania, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Chris Lewandowski, good to see Chris. Boy, we got a lot of people on here today. 7:14 and some change. Speed, hang on. I'm going to take a real quick break, and when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about our bear season starts on the 1st, and bear fettuccine alla Speedy.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I tell you what, I love beer with fettuccine. Genie. You can't beat that, Dave.
Yeah, Iowa Speedy. Don't forget the Iowa Speedy.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be right back with Mr. Speed from Cookies Barbecue Sauce on 1350 ESPN. What's up, everybody? We got three winners from the secret listeners announced today. Man, can you believe it? We're in a burr month. I'm so happy. Aren't you happy? I'm happy.
Not at all.
I love the burr months.
Plus, all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest.
Don't forget, when you hear the grug call, if you live in Iowa, or if you're willing to drive up if you win it, I'm giving away the Dave Smith full-body deer decoy. Scotty, I guess you could get Pete the Donut Ariati to bring it down if you want to qualify. But when you hear the Rupert Roost in Peace grug call, that's your cue to call, 515-244-1350. Long sleeve season. I hear you, Jeff. Long sleeve season. I can't talk today.
Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny.
Woke up at 3 o'clock and it's like I could not get back to sleep. I heard a loud pop. And I don't know if the dog got on hit the door, if the cat, Jenny got a rescue cat. So I don't know if that tried to get in or something. What the heck was that? One thing about going when I went down and see my mom this week, I did get, at least I got some sleep. It was quiet.
Yeah, no dog though.
No dog, no cat, no storms.
Oh, we had some good rain the other day.
Yeah, it rained. Well, that's another thing. Raven hates storms now. Go Hawkeye! Yeah, I'm more of a Thor guy, Dave. Hawkeye was, I know he shoots a bow and everything, but he's not my favorite superhero, Dave.
I like him.
Hawkeye?
Yeah.
I like Thor. Thor's funnier. Iron Man. I didn't know you were into comic books, Dave. That's good.
Tried and proven in the field and on the water. Smokers and grills that will cook all your meat easy to prepare. Kayaks and boat gear are also on hand to help you find more fish when you go wet on line. Sportsman's Warehouse has all the footwear and clothing choices at great prices.
Good morning, Daryl. Squatch on, buddy. Good to see you. I miss talking to you. I'll give you a holler in a week or so, Daryl. I need to catch up with you anyway. Definitely not long sleeve season here, but we did drop from the hundreds to the mid 80s. I'll tell you, Scotty, it'll be here before you know it, buddy. I had to break out the old quarter zip just in honor of the burr month tomorrow.
Is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a
I know we're
check of your
fishing,
current
Dave.
heating
I
and
know. I
cooling
was just teasing you.
systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system.
How about that little Caitlin, huh? 31 points last night.
Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned.
I still laugh about that. If you would have told me 4 years ago that I'd be watching women's basketball and be hooked on it, I would have laughed at you. I watch every game. Go, little Caitlin, go.
Rookie of the year for sure.
Huh?
And plus, he beat Reese for the third time.
Yeah, she beat O'Angel Reese again.
Yeah, gotta love that.
I mean, all the records she's setting, she should be Rookie of the Year. It should be not even a question. It won't shock me, though, if she doesn't win it. They're so prejudiced.
Oh, yeah. And the only reason is because they're prejudiced against her.
Yeah.
The only reason that
You too, Jeff. I mean, they've never sold out the stadiums like they're doing. Their viewership was never this high. She's made women's basketball fun.
Yeah.
It also allows you to mark and save your parking spots.
She's the Larry Bird of women's basketball.
Or some possible next
I like the Steph Curry.
Onyx Hunt app is also
I don't know who that is. Give me a tissue.
Onyx
No, I
is
quit
a
watching
mobile app
basketball
that
after
can
Larry
take
Bird
photos
retired. Huh?
recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool.
You should
So,
know who
if you
Steph
want to
Curry
always
is.
know where you are and have the ability to sounds like a dish that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app at your app store.
You are
Hey guys,
ridiculous.
Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet
Let's
Stuff,
see,
and
who
Buck
can I
Rock.
trade
Best way to
you
put it
for
is, if you're
who?
not using Backwoods Attraction
I'm
products,
good right
you better
now,
know
but
your neighbor isn't either. From small
Well, you
large
could use
acreage,
a really
Backwoods
you could
Attraction
use a
has
good
the feed
receiver.
and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do
Yeah.
yourself a favor and swing
Yeah,
by
pretty
and
good
support
one.
your local co-op or farm supply
Yeah.
store
Traded for
and
him.
ask for Backwoods
Uh-huh.
Attraction to
I
set
just
yourself
traded
up
for him.
for successful
Well, you
fall.
got Garrett Wilson.
Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. Don't forget, when you hear the grunt call, the old Rupert's Rut and Peace grunt call, that's your cue to call 244-1350, 244-1350. Don't call now. I was just reminding you. I'm giving away that $400 Dave Smith, my buck decoy I've used on the TV show for the last 3 years. And that's a $400 decoy. It's the ugly buck. It's beautiful, actually. I don't know why I'm calling it ugly, but we're giving that away at the end of September. So you get to qualify one qualifier per person, please. I know you'd put that in your office if you won, Speed. Speed?
Yeah,
If you won that buck decoy, you'd put that in your office.
yeah, it worked good. That way I could just, like whenever you got in the area, I could just open the door and put the duck call out there, and sure enough, you'd show up.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So what else? What else you got going on for the rest of the season? I mean, usually you're how many rib wagon events do you have left?
Must have about, I'm guessing maybe six
Really?
probably six of them left yet. Yeah, we got that fundraiser for Camp Courageous over in Monticello. We got that one coming up. We're going to be, this coming week, we're going to be in Ames at the Hy-Vee there at Lincoln Center. We'll be there this coming week, and then the following week we're over in Clinton, Iowa. And then I know we've got Bettendorf and LeClaire, Iowa to do yet, and that should kind of round it out. I haven't got the calendar in front of me, but that'll take us right up till the end of October.
So you're doing rib wagons all the way almost to Halloween this year, huh?
Yeah, because I figured if I could get you to come out, we could spook about anybody between you and me.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think you're fine. I might be a little sketchy, but that's all right. That's all right.
But, no, we're I think the last rib wagon event is like the right before Halloween, and that and then going to take a trip off to see a friend of mine out in a couple friends of mine out in North Carolina. Go out and see them, and then head back to Iowa, and of course we got the Clay County Fair coming up. Well, I think it starts the 7th, and that's always a good fair for us. So we'll be out and about. They sell a lot of golf cars up there at the Clay County Fair. That's our main focus up there is with our golf cars, our club car golf cars.
Did you get all your Weber grills delivered?
Yep, got them all delivered, and got delivered 2 grills, and then also one of the new Weber griddles, the one that's got the slate coating on it. They're 4-burner, and I'll tell you that night's got a temperature gauge on it, and they're really a deluxe. What I like about it, the grease trap, I've got 3 or 4, I guess, Blackstones that I cook on, but their grease trap is on the back on that, and on the Weber it's on the left front, and it makes it so much easier to clean your grill and everything, because you just bring everything right up to the left front corner, and when I take the lid off my Blackstone and set it over the back,
Yeah.
But no, this new Weber is really nice. I cooked on it out at the state fair too,
Huh.
and did hash browns, then pulled them off. As soon as they were done, and pulled them off and mixed a little bit of AE sour cream and onion dip.
Yep.
Mixed that in with the hash browns. Boy, was that ever good!
Yeah. Hey, Milo Locker has a big sale on bacon going on right now. They got several bacon. Have you ever taken bacon and put it on your grill and then put like your sweet hickory on it and baste it? Barbecue bacon.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that, but what I did is I've taken a thick sliced bacon, sprinkle a flavor enhancer, and a little bit of brown sugar, and throw it in the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's to die for.
Yeah, you need to try your barbecue bacon one time. That'll it's like candy, man. It's really good eating. Jeff in it's good. Jeff in New York wants to know what's your favorite flavor of cookies you sell.
I'm probably between the sweet hickory and the Korean.
I thought Western was your favorite.
Well, I did, but I'll tell you what, I kind of got hooked on the sweet hickory, like with the pulled pork and on the ribs and stuff. And so I just kind of, this summer, been eating a lot of the sweet hickory and enjoying that. But I'll tell you what, on a burger, you can't beat the sweet and spicy. That really wakes that old burger up. I just cook the burgers just up to the 165, no more than that. Just you have to take them to 165 for the food safety end of it. But and then put our sweet and spicy barbecue on it, and that brings that old hamburger alive. Let me tell you.
Yeah, John Herbal said to tell you hi. And then, do you remember how we cooked that bear up when we made that bear what did I say? Bear alla Fridi alla Speedy?
Yeah, there you go. Well, all we did is we cut the bear up into small bite-sized pieces, and we stir-fried that, and we had the fettuccine already cooked and drained. We pulled that off about the same time and drained that, and sprinkled a little bit of flavor enhancer, and then our wings and things, hot sauce on the fettuccine, and then stirred that cooked bear meat in with the fettuccine. And then that one batch we made, we took some frozen veggies and just steamed them quick and threw them in there too with it. But just the bear and the fettuccine with wings and things, hot sauce on it, and a little bit of flavor enhancers to die for.
Yeah, that was a great dish. That was one of my favorite dishes we ever did on Outdoors Traditions TV.
Oh yeah, I noticed that because every time we'd filming, I noticed you had 2 spoons in that dish of bear meat fettuccine.
Well, I had to get my helpings in before Glenn got done taping, because Glenn would, after every segment, he'd come over and start eating.
Yeah, well, yeah, I had a little trouble even when he was supposed to be filming. He kept putting his hand in there.
Yeah, Glenn's good people. Hey, let's see. He says, Jeff says, I agree, Sweet Hickory. I need to get some winter supply shipped here from New York. Just go to cookiesbbq.com, Jeff, and they'll ship it right to you in New York. And Scott in Oklahoma says now he's hungry, Speed.
Well, there you go. And the nice thing about it, if they buy too much, I'll be the first to stop them.
No, you won't.
Well, they've never reached that point that they bought too much yet.
Yeah. And I know we're only getting till September tomorrow, but, now if you're looking for something to get somebody that loves to cook and grill, those cookie barbecue grill packs make a perfect. Yeah, for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, those things you can get them right on the website and have them shipped to whoever, and that's a great gift.
That makes it a nice, easy package to ship because we've got regular cardboard mailers that we put those in, and they really ship well.
Yeah, they do. All right, buddy, I'm gonna get out of here. Tell everybody where they can find you if they want more information, and you got a bunch of recipes they can go online and look at. Where can they find that?
Just go to cookiesbbq.com, and then you can also just look on my personal Facebook page and also on the cookiesbbq.com. But they'll give a schedule where the rib wagon is, and encourage all the listeners out there to stop by and say hi. And the nice thing about it, wherever deal we're running this summer. So wherever the rib wagon is, while it's there, there'll be all the sauces out there, the Korean, the flavor enhancer, the salsa, you name it. Only $2 a bottle.
Yeah, boy, if you could do that for eggs, you'd be like the governor of Iowa.
Oh, I tell you what, I love scrambled eggs with the salsa on it. I'm addicted to that.
Yeah, it's good. All right, you go take care of that voice. Tell everybody hi for me, and I'll get you back on. I'll get you back on before Thanksgiving. Okay.
All right, thanks a lot, Dan. Have a good one, and thanks to all the listeners for all the support out there.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep, have a good one.
There he goes. There he goes, Mr. Speed from Wall Lake, Iowa. Fine feller right there. Jeff, Casey, he says he misses cookies, barbecue sauce. Roger, counting the days to Triple H Outfitters. Jeff said he's down 40 pounds. Congratulations, Jeff. I know where it went. You can have it. I got it right here. Yeah. Morning, Todd. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for listening or watching this morning. I appreciate you out there in PA. Yeah, I tell you what, I went out and put a camera up, and I got another mock scrape going, and I took a weed whacker with me, a sickle, a hand weed whacker.
Oh, yeah, the old style, like the Grim Reaper look?
Yeah. So, well, not like that. It's, it's two hands, but it's got a blade, and you just weed whack it. And I had to cut a corner, and I tell you, I am so out of shape from that Achilles tear this year.
It'll put you back.
Oh my gosh, I felt like I was gonna. I had to sit down after I got done in the Polaris, and it's like I did a video, and it's like it's like I'm going, gosh, they're gonna find me here, and yeah, Outdoors Dan bites the dust after sickling a corner. So I called Larry. I said, hey, just letting you know, if we're moving stands and stuff, I'm about worthless right now, more than normal. So. Yeah, that's not fun. Be careful out in that heat, folks. Andrew got a kick out of that. Yes, he did. Rupert's Roosted Peace. Turkey calls. Good morning from Chrissy and me. Well, good morning to from Andrew and I. Yeah, I got a grunt call I can say, Todd, right here. All right, let me take a quick break. While I'm doing that, let me do this. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime.
What's up, Scotty?
Don't take that chance. Get Elimintic clothing from Game Hide. Elimintic features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimintic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimintic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit GameHide.com.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Box, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30.
Rupert's is in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, Jeff.
You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel apple,
Perfect. And can I get your number?
cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising.
The last thing I need
For more
here is the
information,
date of
contact
birth.
Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com.
Perfect.
Lotta Pop. Great
And
tasting
Jeff, if
popcorn
you
from
are the
Iowa
winner,
since
we'll give you a call. And
1960.
again,
Have you ever been out
thanks for
hunting and
calling in
started
as
to do
always.
the hard work of breaking down that game you just
Appreciate
tagged,
it.
only to have your knife fail after you just tried to take the
I'm gonna
bite
send
off
Chris a
the
trade.
animal? Let me tell you about a knife that will never let that happen.
Outdoor Call Radio.
Weeby Knives is quickly becoming the go-to outdoor knife in
Hey.
the industry.
Okay.
Hey, it's Outdoors Dan. I want to tell you
I'm
about
glad-
the most functional set of outdoor knives I've come across.
It's been a while since you've called in.
Knives. Have trouble keeping an edge on a knife? Go check out WeebyKnives.com.
Replaceable scalpel blades
Yes.
that make sure you always have a sharp knife in the field. I have a Weeby knife in my tackle box
Yeah.
and my backpack. That way I know I'm covered.
I can get you
no
all
matter what
signed up
job
here. I
need
don't
to do,
think
and
I
it will
have
be
you
done
signed
the right
up.
way. From turkey hunting to deer hunting, trapping to camping.
That's nice, Todd. Good to hear that, Root.
I can get you all signed up if you want. All right. Can I get your full name again? Is that SESKER, Rick?
Get yours at WeebyKnives.com.
There was
I told him that,
I ran
Root.
into another Sesker the other day, and it was spelled with had a CK and an I in it.
So when your bow is tuned, it stays that
Oh,
way. You
I
need
know.
gas
And
bow
he was
strings.
appalled that I
They're
got it
stable,
wrong.
consistent, and
I go,
reliable strings and cables
Phonetically,
come with
that
a
makes
1-year
no sense at all.
Gas bow
But
strings
okay.
made in Clay City, Kentucky, and family operated. So next time you order a new bow or replace your strings and cables, try gas bow strings and shoot with confidence. Check them out at your local dealer or online at gasbowstrings.com.
It's no longer
Let's talk
stable.
about a
I
story.
mean, it's like
An
you get
Iowa story about a dream that took
craziest
several
people,
years
and
to
they
come
just want to
true
be
in
unique,
Osceola, Iowa. It's the
and
story
they
of
take it out
Revelton
on their
Distilling
kids.
Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and
Oh,
vodkas
last
were
night
born from the
he
labor
decided
of
that
Rob and
no one
Christina
should
Taylor.
sleep.
It's amazing
So
hearing the customers' descriptions
I was
of how
up with him
unique
and
each bottle
from
looks and how each
midnight
spirit
to
tastes
3,
and
and then
satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the
my
whiskey and
wife
cream,
took over
or the
the
robust
rest.
mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas, Revelton Distilling visitors can't
Yeah,
believe the
it
flavor
was fun.
profiles.
What's everybody doing today?
Creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open
The one
Wednesday
good thing
through
is
Sunday
I can
in
always look
Osceola.
at it and
They're
go, okay,
located
there's
I
some
know
weird
next
stuff
week's
that
supposed to be
comes to me
nice.
at 3 a.m.
right off I-35. Revelton
And,
Distillery
you
Farm
know,
Yep.
I
Spirits
kind
are
of look at
also
that and go,
available
all
at your
right.
Next week's going to be in the 70s. Isn't that nice?
Weird stuff.
Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just
Oh, I got it. I got it, Root.
unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority.
Yeah,
and life
it was
insurance
just-
is an easy way to help make that
I
happen.
mean,
You'll feel good
at some
knowing
point,
you've
I'll
taken
find
steps to
something that's
protect
really,
what
really
matters
good,
most
but,
if you
you
were
know,
to
I
pass
haven't
away.
done that
Plus,
for
life insurance is
so
often more
long now.
affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
Right, Rick. Well, I think I got your information. I was trying to
American
check
Family
here
Life
at
Insurance
that.
Company,
Still
6000
Anchorage,
American
Iowa
Parkway,
address.
Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey everybody, it's
Cambridge?
Outdoors Dan.
Yeah.
Have you been one of the few that have raised your hands to serve? Well, first off, thank you for your service.
I don't know if it will
Moved
be.
Outdoors has been working hard to
So
continue
it won't be
their
today. It will be
mission
later
since it
on.
started in 2019. Moved
And is
Outdoors
it still
is a
the
group of veterans that want to
31650?
support vets after service by taking them on outdoor activities, providing camaraderie
Cambridge.
for vets with other vets, and a supportive environment. At Movet Outdoors, you can go on hunting and fishing trips, survival school, golfing trips, even take part at their new archery range.
Yeah.
There's also a great fishing tournament every year and other contests for vets to take part in.
Oh, yeah. You
Movet
timed it
Outdoors is
perfectly.
building a new lodge in Lincoln County, Missouri, and has plans for another in the future to support vets in their community.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're a veteran or active duty and would like to join
Well,
a great
perfect.
group of
Well, I got to
veterans,
get back
look up
into
Movet
there, but
Outdoors on Facebook
I will
and
chat
send
with
them
you
a
here
message.
soon.
Movet Outdoors has been working hard with
Thanks
vets
again.
every week to continue their great mission. Go check them out. You'll be glad you did.
Forgot his address there for a second.
This is the Outdoor Call
Rick.
Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back. Big Iowa Jeep Show's coming up. It's going to be here September 28th and 29th down at the Oak Ridge MX Park near Meskwaki, Iowa. Yep, Meskwaki. They got a new partner, Carl Chevrolet, or Carl of Marshalltown. They're helping everybody out with the facilities and all that fun stuff. They're going to have diverse terrain, ideal for showcasing the rugged capabilities of Jeeps and other 4x4 vehicles. So if you're a Jeeper and you like to get off and do a lot of off-roading, the Iowa Jeep Show is one that you will want to participate in. It's their 15th annual event at Oak Ridge MX Park. And Vince Ewald, chairman of the Iowa Jeep Show, says the new location provides a perfect backdrop for our activities and allows us to accommodate more participants and attendees. We are thankful for the support of our sponsors, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody. So that's going to be good, huh? That's awesome. Their gates are going to open up at 8 a.m. on both days. Activities will be running through the day. Ticket and camping passes are available to purchase. Just go to iowajeepshow.com and you can register at the front gate of either day of the show. If you want more information, like I said, just go to iowajeepshow.com.
All right, check it out. That's going to be a lot of fun for a lot of people. They really do a great job at that event. They really, really do. All right, congratulations to Todd Quinn. Todd won the Itasca hunting boots for the Norlander sock contest. And I also I told you I was going to draw one extra person to say thank you for, I think we had 5 people that bought boots. And I got Victor in Norwalk. I have not heard back from Victor yet. I don't know I just emailed him, but he got a $25 gift card to Game Hide. So congratulations to Victor and Todd Quinn. You guys enjoy that. I'm going to do one more round, and then that's it for the fall. If you go to norlandersocks.com and you buy 2 pairs of socks, just use the code word Dan, get 1 with the number 1. Dan, get 1. What area are you in, Jeff? Jeff is in New York, Todd. Dan, get 1. DANGET and the number 1. And that'll get you an extra free pair of Norlander Alpaca beautiful socks. And that'll put you, just email me a copy of the order. Just make sure it's dated, today is the 30th. Make sure it's dated August 31st or later. And as soon as I get 6 more people, I'll give away another pair of boots. And I'll do a separate drawing again. So you'll have a 2 in 6 chance of winning. You're already going to win because you get a free pair of socks. So how about that? JLM's got a big sale going on. Hey, if anybody's looking for a 410, Dave called me or texted me yesterday and told me that they got a 410 Remington 870, and they got a big sale going on right now. And I would get down there because that gun's going to go quick. 410s are rare, so go check them out at JLM. You get anything $50 off, anything less than $1,000. You spend $1,000, you get $100 off.
There you go.
So it's less than $1,000. So there you go. Ray's Marine has a big rebate going on, and Grand Rapids, Minnesota. If you're looking for a boat or just something new, give Eric a call up there, and they'll take great care of you. That's where I bought my Lund. They do a great job on it. They can only help you with the boat, not only help you with the boat, but they got great accessories and all that stuff going on there too. Game Hide still got those 45% off sale on bundle packs.
Well, again, congrats on it.
And let's see.
I want to say I've used it ever since you got it.
Hey, secret listener contest. So here are the 3 winners for the secret winners for this week. Okay, and the reason I did 3 instead of 1, it was my brother's 56th birthday. Can't believe my little brother's 56. So I wanted to do something nice for everybody. Jeff said, bought your glass call last fall. Can't wait to, they're talking turkey. Did you do a second drawing on the first batch of socks entries? If so, I must have missed that.
Thank you very much, and congrats.
Yeah, Scotty, I did. I can't remember who it was. I did that last week, buddy. Let's see. All right, so secret winners are Steve Greiner of Perry, Iowa, your hometown. You know Steve Greiner?
Congrats, Steve. Yeah, that's cool.
Scotty Mueller of Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
And Gene Gunther. Those are our 3 secret listener contests. I will be emailing all of you after the show today sometime. So when I get back home and get caught up, I'll be emailing you and tell you guys what you want and everything. So congratulations. What's up?
Oh, that was pretty cool to hear someone from
Perry?
From Perry, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma. Man, we have a diverse group.
Yeah. Pennsylvania, West Virginia, New York, Oklahoma,
Texas,
Missouri, Illinois, Kansas.
Florida. Don't forget Florida.
Do we have a listener in Florida?
We do.
We do?
Yeah.
Congrats. Give him some glass, buddy. Give him some glass, buddy. Give him some what? Give him. What do you? Give him glass, Roop. What are you talking about? Happy. Congrats, Scott.
Happy.
I don't know. I think Roop needs a nap. Give him some glass. I got to do the fishing report. So do I need to take a break again?
You very well could.
All right, let me do this. Let me do one more quick break, and then when we come back, I've got the Sportsman's Warehouse, Bait Caddy, and Track of Fishing and Ray's Marine Fishing Reports. We'll do that when we come back on 1350 ESPN.
Bada bing, bada boom, you're out of bear.
Vanes are very important to your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. Flex Fletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows for over 50 years. Silent Night vanes are 30% thinner with a much greater taper than vanes out there. This contributes to a dramatic reduction of in-flight drag.
I think I should offer him a chain and Zach Moss for Christian McCaffrey.
Shots on targets or game. This ensures consistent arrow flights every time. Flex Fletch offers a variety of colors, sizes, and styles for any archer to use in their setup. Whether it's for 3D indoor or hunting, Flex Fletch has the vane for you. To see these great vanes and adhesives like Zing or Flex Bond to get a great seal on your arrow when you fletch.
Morning, Kevin.
Your local dealer or flexfletch.com. Flex Fletch, proudly made in the USA, based out of Minnesota.
Hey America, when you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun. Hey America, when you barbecue, try cookies, barbecue sauce for a treat. Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce America loves to eat.
Turkey season is a passion shared by hunters, and it's fast approaching all across this nation. When it's time to start cutting, yelping, and clucking and purring at those boss toms, don't you want to have a call to run that you have confidence in? You bet you do, and that's why you need to check out Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. Todd Rupert is a master turkey call maker from Pennsylvania that is so passionate about chasing toms. He started building handcrafted calls in 2016, so he knew he could make the right call when it mattered. Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls are made of beautiful woods from walnut to hickory. Todd uses the best crystal, glass, slate, and aluminum on all of his pot calls that will allow you to make the most subtle purrs to the sharpest cuts and excited yelps that will get any boss tom fired up. Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls offers handmade friction, box, and mouth calls that will allow from the beginner to the most seasoned turkey caller to make the right call when it counts. So this upcoming turkey season, try a Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call and let that tom roost in peace.
What's up? I'm Miles.
Hey, and I'm Jara.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A maple pepper bacon sandwich is how the flavors come together. First, I taste the smoky grilled chicken, then the pepper bacon with that maple bun, added with the sweet heat and the pickles.
I'm really sold on the pickle. It meets you in the middle with the sweetness and the heat.
It's spice-tastic.
Yum-licious.
Flavor is
the sandwich of the summer. The maple pepper bacon sandwich.
Order the maple pepper bacon sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by.
Yeah, go down to Creek Archery and get you a Rupert's Rut and Peace grunt call, Todd. They'll take good care of you down there.
That's 515-331-1577.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. I hope you're doing well this fine Saturday morning. Can you believe it? It's going to be September tomorrow. I'm telling you, that's just crazy. I'm just telling you. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I did figure out what I'm going to give everybody. I'm going to give them a $25 gift card to Game High Clothing. That's what I'm doing. I just sent Steve one. I just sent Scott one. And who did I say was the other winner? Gene Gunther. Gene emailed me on Monday, so I am going to get that set out. Trevor, thank you, Trevor. That's going good there. So, good morning. Have a spectacular day and enjoy the weekend. Chris DeMont, you do the same, my friend. And Todd says, thanks, buddy. Todd, did you honestly not know about those rut and peace grunt calls? You live out there. How'd you not know about those? Here's the wood one right here. This is nice, but I would get the one that's got the tube on it. The tube you can take it and elongate it. You can really roar or growl with that. But this wood one's nice too. They're both nice. Both models are nice. Mr. Todd Charlie is such a clown at times. Oh, 2 weeks, buddy. Yeah, deer season's here. All right, let me do the fishing reports. The fishing report is brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse, the Bay Caddy Track of Fishing and Ray's Sport and Marine in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Go say hi to my buddy Eric up there. Black Hawk Lake, water temperatures in the upper 70. Black crappie bite is fair. Crappie's been picking up in the last couple weeks in and around Fish House and in Town Bay along the Ice House Point shoreline. Crappie are 10 to 12 inches long. As we get these cooler temperatures, they're going to be moving closer, so that's good. Moving and evening bite are the best. Gills are slow, bass are slow, walleye are slow. Brushy Creek, black crappie bite is fair. They're finding crappie in 10 to 15 feet of water. Gills are slow, bass are fair. Try soft plastics and deeper weed lines or rock piles and brush piles, 8 to 15 feet of water. Walleye slow, perch are fair. North Twin Lake, water levels about 12 inches below crest. How can it be anything below with all the rain we've had? We've had a ton of rain this year.
Yeah.
I mean, really, come on.
We've had more than we've had in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I guess we had such a drought forever. Just crazy. Surface water temperatures in the upper 70s. Channel catfish bite is fair. Todd's laughing. Channel catfish bite is good there. Storm Lake, largemouth bass is slow. Walleye are fair. White bass are fair. Yellow bass are fair. Silver Lake and Dickinson. Lake level is below crest. Lake outlet boards broken during high water for summer have been replaced. Lake is experiencing algae bloom. Walleye bite is good. Spirit Lake, lake level is 1 inch over crest. There you go. Black crappie bite is good. Gills are good. Walleye are good. Yellow perch are good. West Okoboji, lake level is about 1 inch above. Crappie bite's fair. Gills are fair. Pumpkin seeds are good. Walleye are fair. Perch are fair. Green Valley Lake, gills are slow. Channel catfish bite is slow. Bass are slow. Little River Watershed Lake, gills are slow. Largemouth bass are slow. Finesse plastics along the near weed lines to try to catch all sizes of bass. 3 mile, the walleye are slow. 12 mile, the bass are slow. There's your fishing report for the week. How about that? Yeah, I was thinking about sending DePerna. Good evening, Mr. Rupert. There you go, Chris. Thinking about sending DePerna. I got to play him week 1. Next week, football starts next week, so fantasy's kicking in. I had live underground, never heard from that Rupert guy. You know, I understand that, Todd. You know, he can be kind of elusive, you know. I get that. I'm a trapper trying to keep turkey alive. Just a trapper. What the heck was I just talking about? Football. Football, yeah. I should send Chris a really cruddy trade. So,
Chris, if you're listening.
Yeah, so are you going to trade Mahomes then?
It's going to be such an unfair, uneven trade.
What do you want for him?
Well, you can't afford him.
Well, I could afford him. I'm loaded. What do you want for Mahomie?
Well, okay, if we're going to go through this.
Yeah.
Here, again, you're not going to be able to afford him, but we'll play the game.
We're going to play the game. I like how he says that. Let's see. Let's see. CD.
Where are you at?
I'm a Gearhead Grinders.
There you are.
So I'll give you. Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you. What should I give you for Mahomes? I don't think I want Mahomes. I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
we're good then.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
trade talk ever.
I think I'm good. I got my little Stroudy, you know.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be able to afford him anyways.
Yeah.
He is way too high priced.
I'll give you the Ravens defense for him.
That's a good one. You'd need to attach Robinson.
Tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal a little bit just to help you out. I'll give you Zach Moss, the Ravens defense, and T.J. Hawkinson for him.
No, I need Robinson.
Who?
Robinson.
You want Bijan Robinson for Patrick Mahomes?
Well, not only Robinson, but
no, you said you want Robinson.
Robinson and Moss.
Robinson. I'm not giving you 2 running backs for Patrick Mahomes. Especially,
I told you wouldn't be able to afford him.
Well, he's the number 1 running back.
I told you wouldn't be able.
Not going to happen. Yeah.
Those are my terms.
Yeah.
Like it or like it.
So who's that going to leave you for a quarterback? Who would that leave me? I would have Devontae Achane.
Mm-hmm.
I would have David Montgomery. And that's it. I can't do that.
I mean, Rodgers would be my backup. Would take that spot, which...
Yeah, I just can't do that trade.
It is what it is.
I just can't do that trade.
All right, well,
yeah,
everyone out there who wants to do the trade for Mahomes,
yeah,
it's not going to be a fair trade. I'm just letting you know.
And I will make an offer for you for what the heck was let's see, who do you have? Jonathan Taylor. I'll give you a chain back, and I will give you Nico Collins, but I want Dell. So I'm giving you a top 1 wide receiver 1 and a top running back.
Who has to share the backfield?
You're not sharing the backfield.
The Chain's sharing the backfield.
I'm just telling you right now, a Chain is going to be money.
He is going to be money.
I know that.
He's going to share it most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, that's Nico Collins is a major upgrade from Tank Dell.
Hey, I agree.
All right, hey, if you don't want Nico Collins, I'll give you DK Metcalf.
You're sweetening it a whole lot there.
DK Metcalf and who else did I say?
Robinson?
No, I didn't say Robinson.
I tried.
A Chain and DK Metcalf, and you give me Taylor and Tank Dell, because you're not going to want 2 guys on the same team.
You're right. I'll think on that. That's actually, I didn't think you would actually give up Metcalf.
For Taylor, I will.
All right, I'll think about it. Okay. We got to go to break here soon.
All right, I got a break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of here. Hey, Outdoors Dan here. How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got...
Actually, if I'm giving you Metcalf, I don't want Dell.
Keep your feet feeling great in any weather or outdoor activity. Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? Norlander Sock Company uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks will...
I was going in there not thinking I was going to do anything.
Work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be.
You should tell Rick. Rick should hear how you trade.
Bacterial quality to them that will keep your socks from smelling. They have heavyweight and lightweight styles with a bunch of color and size choices for you to choose from. Plus, gift boxes are available.
So that would leave me Harrison and Collins.
So this year, when you plan your
I've got Deontay Johnson.
Keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Try a pair of Norlander socks, pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just go to norlandersocks.com and give your feet a treat.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of new onward cars, as well as a good mix of utility carts as well. We've got a number of pre-owned golf carts in all types of price ranges available.
So that would give you Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf.
Folks at Speeds handle your golf cart needs. Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling, you probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings offers simple, easy to use kits that are used at home, including 3 new low sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steaks or smoking your favorite meats taste even better with their specialty spices, marinades, and rubs for deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends that are
Could we get to qualify for the decoy?
all across the country. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your favorite grilling retailer. Or go to HIMTNJerky.com for recipes and to find the
Hey, come back with that gearhead theme.
High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. A Des Moines Media Group station.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines sports leader, 1350 ESPN.
It's my gearhead, don't you know?
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio, hour number 2, brought to you by our friends at Gearhead Archery. Skippy's out there in South Dakota, Montana,
Thanks again for jumping on
Wyoming.
early this morning for
I think
us.
he's in Wyoming and Montana. He's out of Trophies Plus Outfitters, and this is how nice of a guy Skip is. This is why you should consider buying a Gearhead bow. He actually he gives away hunting trips to his pro staff. And he's got 2 of his pro staff out there. The pro staffer of the year, I think it was Justin Richardson. And I can't remember who the other guy is out there with him. But he actually took him on an antelope hunt. How about that?
Yeah.
That's not too shabby. You buy a bow, you get a great bow, and you win a hunting trip from the owner of the company. That's not bad. So go out there to Archery Field and Sports and check out what all the fuss is about. I'm telling you right now, Gearhead does not get enough credit. Skip just doesn't have the marketing dollars of Bowtech or Matthews or Hoyt. But they've been in business for 20 years, and honestly, that little Carbon 24 pivot is the best bow I've ever shot. I've never told a bow manufacturer, I don't want the next year's bow unless it's something you absolutely have to have me shoot. This bow is one of the best bows I've ever shot. I've never told a bow manufacturer that. I told Skip that. I love that Disruptor 24, but that Pivot 24 Carbon is money. I'll put it to you this way. Philip Vanderpool is getting one because he couldn't believe how quiet and how nice it shot. So it's just not me, folks. It's other people in the industry that's starting to take notice. Let's head on over to the phones and talk to a guy that the guy just likes to get on a hill, find some signal, and just watch all the animals do their thing. Iowa DNR biologist, Mr. Jim Coffee, everybody. What's up, Jimmy?
Good morning.
Are you?
Heavy dew this morning.
Oh man, I tell you what, it was a thick dew this morning, boy. I tell you, boy, the critters are starting to get frisky too. I can tell they're getting them deer were running all over this morning.
Yeah. The winter weather the fall weather has definitely changed, and that's going to get the animals doing their winter activities.
Well, I think we all hate the heat, right? I mean, it's nice to get those 50-degree mornings.
Yep, they get up, they can start feeding early, they don't have to worry about laying and staying cool, and then with the daylight getting shorter, it tells them it's time to actually start putting some winter fat on and get prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard the roadside surveys were good.
They were pretty good overall, down from last year, which was not to be unexpected. But this is the kind of mornings that we'd love to do our surveys on because it gets those pheasants and quail out to the roadsides and makes it a lot easier to count.
Yeah, I did see some turkey poults running around the other day. I had a friend of mine, I called you about this, and Darren Christenberry, one of our buddies, one of the best shots in the world as far as I'm concerned, my humble opinion. He had a hen turkey that had a bunch of poults in his backyard in Indiana, and she got all these like little blisters and stuff all over her face, and she ended up going over into the woods and buried herself and passed away. But she got her poults raised before she died. But you said that there's a little virus or something going around, huh?
Yeah, so there's a couple things that people notice. It's a pretty gross lesion that tends to show up on the face and on the feet. And typically, you can't diagnose it without laboratory testing. But when we see it, we assume it's either one of two things. And the common one is avian pox. And then the other one that is a little less common visually is LPDV, lymphoproliferative disease, which is a fairly new disease on the landscape. But either one don't doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't kill the bird, but it's the secondary things. With those pox on the face, it gets around the eyes, it gets around the mouth. Just makes it very, very difficult to feed and to see predators, and it just makes life really difficult.
Yeah, that's horrible. I tell you what. Good morning, Dirk, out of Hell's Canyon bow hunting. I just hate to see that. I mean, boy, nature can be cruel sometimes, can't it?
She can, yep, absolutely. You know, we've all been through that in the human side too. There's viruses out there that are constantly circulating, and we try to avoid other people when they're sick, and you know, turkeys tend to be kind of a gregarious species and do congregate, so it's easier to pass those viruses to each other.
Are they more susceptible to that when they're older?
Not necessarily. So, and we're not quite sure of the vector. So it can be bird-to-bird contact. There's a lot of speculation that it is insect-borne. So one insect bites the infected bird that transmits it to another bird. But typically, you know, turkeys don't live to be very old, and the older you are, the more chances you are to be infested by something because you're alive longer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just has to do with where the virus is at and how those birds are congregating, and that's the big factors.
So how's our quail and pheasant looking? I mean, people should be able to find some birds this fall, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. We came off, I don't say a record year, but a record high year since 2007. Last year, we harvested about 600,000 roosters across the state, which made us number 2 in the nation, only to South Dakota. And again, our pheasant counts were decent this year. They were down about 14% statewide, but depending on the region you're in, they're up or down. So we're looking at probably harvesting around 400,000 birds again this year. So hunters will have good opportunities.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that. I heard a little rumblings about EHD in Indiana, Illinois. How's Iowa looking?
Yep. So we've had a few suspect reports. I just took a deer the other day to get laboratory confirmed. But yeah, exactly right. We're hearing some words out of Indiana and Illinois, which we're on the same latitude as they are. So that's not going to be uncommon that we might see it pop up again. And we would encourage anybody in any of the states that you're listening in that if you see those telltale signs of a deer, you know, especially if you find it dead near water in August, September, to report that to your agency so they can either get it confirmed or get it documented so we can see how severe the outbreak is.
You know, we've had a ton of rain this summer and stuff. I mean, I thought we would be out of the woods a little bit, no pun intended.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Dan, but this is a changing world, and things are always happening. So in the past, EHD would just spur its ugly head every few years and sporadically across the state and across the Midwest. And that disease, like many things, has been kind of gradually moving northward. So it's to the point we may be seeing it more perennially now, regardless of what we used to think of the classic conditions.
Yeah.
So it might just be something we're learning to live with. Now, fortunately, in a few generations, you know, like we've talked about before, every deer in the South has been exposed to it and has developed somewhat of an immunity to it, or the population has developed an immunity to it. It doesn't impact them. So we're kind of in that transition stage with our populations. It's a new disease to them, and they're adjusting to it. They're not immune to it, but over time, when they're exposed to it consistently, they'll just be normal daily life.
I haven't heard anything out of Nebraska. I mean, I know they got hammered several years ago, but you know, the deer that do survive have that built-in immunity, so maybe that's why we're not hearing anything, huh?
Yeah, it could be. It usually takes many generations for that immunity to build up, and it may just be that they're just not as susceptible to it this year. We've got our Midwest deer and turkey meeting coming up here at the end of the month, and I'm sure these will be some hot topics that we'll be discussing amongst ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm hoping we don't get it. I know Southeast Iowa got it hit hard last year, so maybe we'll.
Just put that in perspective. You know, it seems like they got hit hard, but again, remember this is a very localized disease, and it can impact one farm much differently than it does another farm that are literally across the fence from each other.
Well, I don't want to see them go, so let's get them out there and, you know, hop around a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the best thing to do is just make sure we report that so we can adjust that, see what's happening to the localized deer population, so we can work with local landowners to see what we can do to help them.
Hey, what are you hearing about our grouse up in the northeast part of the state? Is our grouse numbers okay?
Well, no, they're not, and they're not in the Midwest in general. When I say the Midwest, I mean those fringe states. So Minnesota, Wisconsin do well with grouse. Our grouse population is very limited to the driftless region of northeast Iowa. We know it's been declining for decades. But
Yeah.
Grouse need very early successional timber, less than 15 years of age to really thrive. And we just don't have, less than a tenth of a percent of our landscape really fits into that category. So states like, Illinois really doesn't have a grouse population. Indiana has a very minimal grouse population. So it's always a concern. But last year we started a study with our spring turkey hunters to help us identify drumming grouse. They're difficult to survey, and that's kind of the best method is to get people to hear them, to report them, so we can kind of look at the distribution and the numbers that people are hearing. And it's something that the agency has put some effort into. We're going to look at for the next few years to see what actions we really need to take. And of course, we work with private landowners and our foresters do to help them with cuttings and proper cuttings and get some of that back on that early successional forest back on the landscape.
Yeah, it's interesting to see for sure. Boy, those are good eating birds, though. You ever had grouse?
Absolutely. Yep, grouse are, if you've never eaten grouse, they're the pinnacle of game birds. They are really good.
Yeah, and they just sit there and look at you.
Well, in some states, a lot of that depends on the pressure. You're a strange bird when you're walking down a trail. They see you, they're just like, "What is that thing I've never seen before?" But if you're chasing with a dog, they can be pretty elusive.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
They're kind of the muskie of the bird world, and a good grouse hunter, they don't count birds; they count flushes. And it's kind of like in the muskie world, you count follows. And it's not how many fish you put in the boat; it's how many follows you had.
Yeah.
When you're grouse hunting, it's how many birds did I hear flush, not how many did I get a shot at, or how many did I put in the bag.
Well,
most grouse hunters actually carry a little counter on their lanyard, on their dog whistle lanyard, and that's how they keep track of their day. Is that counter is every time they flush a bird, they put a nick on that counter or turn the dial one. So at the end of the day, they can figure out how many birds they actually heard or saw.
Yeah. I don't know. When I was up by Turtle Lake, Minnesota, boy, I saw a lot of grouse, and I'd be walking in the morning, just because I was, you bear hunt in the afternoon, and boy, I tell you what, I just never really had a problem with them not just standing there watching me walk right by them. It's like, boy, that'd be good on the grill.
Yeah, but you're just walking by them. We've seen that when you're deer hunting too, and you're out fishing, and you see a deer, it doesn't get afraid for some reason. It doesn't run away, but you put a bow in your hand. It's different.
Well, that's true. I'll give you that. That is true. So, what else is going on in the state?
Well, obviously today is opening day of squirrel season, so I hope there's some people out and about. And in many Midwestern states, September 1st coming up marks the beginning of dove season. So it's really just a kickoff. It's the parade of the fall hunting season is starting this weekend in most states. So in Iowa, we can rabbit hunt, we can squirrel hunt today. Dove hunt will be coming up on the 1st. So a lot of people excited about that. We've got good dove numbers. We've been seeing, especially southern Iowa. Sounds like central Iowa's been a little down, but dove numbers could change, literally in 24 hours. You get a little bit of colder weather, and those doves will start moving pretty heavily. So it's going to happen real quick here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Any news as far as what the fall turkey looks like?
Well, our turkey survey goes through the 1st of September, and then we'll start looking at those numbers. But just anecdotally talking to people, seeing good bird numbers, which was a little bit surprising, along like with our pheasant numbers. We had a pretty wet compared to most years' rainfall, and that tends to drive numbers down a little bit. But pheasant numbers really didn't reflect that. As much weather as we had in northwest Iowa, we thought they'd be down more than they are, and they're not. That's still a good hot spot for the state. And it's kind of the same with turkey numbers. Where you have good habitat, they just plowed through, and they seem like they had pretty good nest success this fall.
Yeah.
Summer.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and voluntarily not buy a turkey tag this year. So I'm gonna give them a break and self-regulate, and then save one for the spring.
That's a big choice that a lot of people do make. We don't have a very active fall turkey hunting population of people in Iowa, but we do sell a lot of licenses, and most of them are probably due to fall bow hunting of deer.
Yep.
And so a lot of people just like to have that tag in their pocket. But when it comes to actual harvest, it's very opportunistic in most cases. We've got, I estimate, around 200 very avid fall turkey hunters in the state of Iowa that are perennially going to go out every year, and they're going to probably harvest their 2 birds every year. But it's just a sport that's different, and they enjoy it very much so.
Well, it can be a lot of fun. I mean, you bust up them flocks and you sit down and, you start you wait about 20 minutes and start keying and, you hear them start coming and back and stuff. It's kind of fun.
Yep, absolutely. And if you're out fall squirrel hunting with a shotgun, same scenario. You might as well have that tag in your pocket because you might come across that flock and break them up and have a very good chance at calling one in and having one for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they're good eating. Did you see Missouri drop their turkey tags off the? It used to be, because I grew up in Missouri, you could get you buy your bow tag, you got 2 deer and 2 turkey all on one tag. Yep. As a resident, and they took that off this year. It's you have to buy your turkey tag separate now.
Right, and there's kind of a push for that, especially across the southeast part of the United States. And Missouri falls in technically into the southeast Fish and Wildlife management zones, the congregation of states that get together, and so they've kind of been talking about that for years. If you go down into Mississippi and Alabama, you buy a hunting license and you can shoot X number of deer and X number of this and X number of that. And that really makes surveying of the participation difficult for the agencies. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of pressure on us to be more and more accurate with the number of people that are hunting and the number of people that are harvesting. And when you have these general licenses, it's very difficult to do that. Iowa actually made a similar change this year. We didn't change how you buy your licenses, but we do a small game survey every year through postcard. And that survey has been dwindling over years, and we attribute it to people who are just burnt out from junk mail, burnt out from surveys on their phones, things like that. And so we're actually getting less than 20% of the people we survey respond to that. So we have to be careful with the numbers that we put out there of how accurate they are. Well, imagine if you're a state that combines licenses, and it's just more difficult to figure out who's turkey hunting, who's deer hunting.
Yeah.
But when we know if you bought a specific license, there's odds are you went hunting for that species. So in Iowa now, when you go online to buy your license, you'll actually be surveyed right when you're buying your license. What did you hunt for last year, species-wise? And then that'll allow us to then survey you directly. So if you're a rabbit hunter and you push the button, you said you hunted rabbits, we can generate you a survey that says, how many days did you participate, how many animals did you harvest, what counties, to help us get a better picture of what's going on.
Gotcha. Good morning, Nick. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Jim. No, you're all right. Do you have a few more minutes, or do you got to go?
No, I'm good.
All right, hang on. I'm going to take a real quick break, and when we come back, there's some stuff going on, rule changes and stuff. I want to just kind of visit with you and make sure we've got everybody up to speed. One's on the trail cameras on public. That got reversed, if I'm understanding, and then I'm going to talk about the party hunting a little bit when we come back. Is that okay?
That's fine, you bet.
All right, we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice?
There you go, Jeff.
I think your head good up again. You want to come back with that again?
Doesn't matter.
Whether it's one of our 5.0 or the 5.0 wide
Got it set and ready.
I got you thinking about that trade, don't I?
I go, well, damn it. I didn't want us to. I was not thinking I was going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All the Tacticam cameras feature 4K resolution, Wi-Fi compatible, feature live stream capabilities with over 2.5.
Really hate to give up DK Metcalf. He's going to have a good year. Taylor? Yeah, I'm glad you finally got that Ty Chandler, because I was going to yell at you if you didn't pick him up and somebody did.
Yeah, I got that. At least I have that back if I need it.
And I've got H-Ham's handcuff.
The feel and performance of a bow is on your ability to send that arrow to where it needs to go. Not all bows are made the same, and that's especially true when it comes to gearhead.
I just don't know if I'm
Gearhead
gonna.
bows are made in the USA and feeture models.
Yeah, can I get you to throw Hopkins back to me?
These bows maneuver extremely well, whether you're in the
I
tree stand or
you don't want to
the
give
ground
Cooper up.
If you're a
Cooper's going to
saddle
get more points than
hunter,
DeAndre.
Gearhead is definitely a bow you need to check out. Gearhead bows are engineered to be ahead of the
Or
game
you can
on
give
the
me Christian
newest
Kirk
tech
back, but
available out there.
Kirk's going to have a
Gearhead
good year. I'm
shoots
just
for
telling you.
100% customer
No, I don't wanna give 'em
satisfaction
up.
every day. They are constantly looking at ways to keep Gearhead bows quiet.
I think
deadly
DK
accurate,
Metcalf's
and
going to be in the top 10.
so when you're looking for your
I
next
think
hunting
so, too.
partner, head over to your nearest licensed dealer like Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, Iowa, or go online to www.gearheadarchery.com. Stack the deck on your next hunt with Gearhead. Shop online.
Only problem is if I do that and Taylor gets hurt, I'm hosed.
At Archery Field and Sports in Altoona.
Yeah.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot. Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for
This is
any
tough
task?
now.
Well,
Dang
if
it.
you used the original work sharp knife and tool sharpener before
Okay,
you left,
now it's
you bet
actually
they are.
really
The
legitimate
work
thinking
sharp
about
knife and
this.
tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own.
It's just so funny. I've gotten a trade from request from Jacko.
Already?
Yeah, he was trying from Mahomes.
Yeah, don't trade.
But he did the whole 5 players for what?
He's never going to learn.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. And then Nate didn't officially propose a trade, but he wanted to get Taylor off of me. I'm like, guys, you're the only one to have given me legitimate trade offers.
Yeah, I'm giving you decent players back.
Like, everyone else wants to give me 2 secondary guys.
Nathan tried to hose you?
Yeah, like at least Rick's doing it for fun.
Yeah, Ricky's just teasing you.
He's just like messing around. Like,
Are you getting ready for hunting season?
Like, Nate,
well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting
What does Nate want Mahomes for? He doesn't even have anybody.
He wanted Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
Well, I have
He's got Jacobs and Mixon.
The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years.
Well,
Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great
I
pride
think
in the
he'll
fact that
have
they
a
do
little bit better
everyone's
year
order
than he
the way
did
the
last
customer
year.
wants it. You can have
He
your
still
deer,
needs to
moose,
figure out how
elk,
to
or even bear
trade in
processed
season.
and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and
He
turkey
did trade with you
all sorts
several
of cheese and
times.
spice
I was proud of him last
They do
year.
a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling, you probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings offers simple, easy-to-use kits that are used at home, including 3 new low-sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steaks or smoking your favorite meats taste even better with their specialty spices, marinades, and rubs for deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens and grills all across the country. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your favorite grilling retailer. Or go to HIMTNJerky.com for recipes and to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
I grab my quiver and my bow. It's my gearhead, don't you know? Climbing to the top with gearhead archery.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. My guest is biologist Jim Coffee, and we're talking a little Iowa outdoors today. All right, we had a couple rule changes this spring. Our proposed reg changes, Jim, and first it was if you were a non-resident, you weren't going to be able to, or nobody is not going to be able to use a trail camera on public ground and leave them overnight. I understand that got tabled. So they're not going to address that till next year. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So table's a good way to put it. It's there was no rule change. It was an interpretation of the rule, and the interpretation was that you can't leave any equipment on public wildlife areas overnight, and that would include trail cams. So it was a reinterpretation, but we have decided at this point that we're not going to enforce that at this point. So if you've done that in the past, you'll be able to keep those trail cams out this fall without any penalty. But it's something that's going to be addressed, I'm sure, this year, either internally or probably through the legislature to decide what that interpretation should really be.
Yeah. And then the other one was for non-resident hunters. If they get a doe tag
in the firearm season, they're only allowed to shoot a doe. No more shooting bucks on party hunting. Is that correct?
No more shooting anybody's deer. So that's the definition of party hunting. Is for residents, we're allowed to share tags during the shotgun season. And by share tags, that means as long as you're actively hunting with a group of people, or a group could be two, is I could shoot your deer for you as long as you can meet the other requirements of tagging it within 15 minutes before it's removed and that you're actively hunting. But non-residents have never been allowed to party hunt. They must shoot their own deer. So that's something that's probably been being done by without really knowledge, because you come to hunt with your brother-in-law during shotgun season, and he says, yeah, we party hunt, and I'll put my tag on your deer. Well, that has never been allowed for non-residents. So it's just something that we are really trying to re-emphasize and educate people that has never been allowed. There was no rule change. It's always been that way in the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So just make sure that that's what you're aware of. As a non-resident, you cannot come in and shoot someone else's deer or have someone else put their tag on your deer.
Okay. All right. So, how did that work? I mean, and didn't that stem from some people who were shooting a truckload of bucks and they didn't have any buck tags?
Well, what has happened is it's a couple things. One is it's an evolution over time. It was a way that we were trying to get some more does harvested back in the early 2000s by allowing more non-residents to come in, and then we were a large push by our resident hunters that their relatives could not come back into Iowa because the pool of non-resident tags was being used up so quickly. So we said, okay, if they want to come back in and hunt with you, we'll create this pool of doe tags that they could buy and use. Well, it's your relative. You always party hunted with them growing up, and now they just happen to move to Colorado. They come back, so we'll keep hunting the way we used to do it. But under the non-resident rule, it says that a non-resident must shoot their own deer. So it was just really kind of a misinterpretation and just kind of a cultural thing that had been happening. But there were some people saying, hey, I'll circumvent this rule by getting this guy that I don't know to come in and get his doe tag, and then he can shoot a deer, and I'll put my buck tag on it. And so he can get a doe tag to get access to Iowa, and then shoot a buck, and then I'll put my tag on it. And that was really not the intent of the rule. It was not to increase that non-resident buck harvest. It was to increase opportunities for people to come back to Iowa and see relatives and be able to participate.
So if Uncle Harvey from Minnesota comes back home and hunts with Uncle Leroy, and he's only got a doe tag, he better go back to Minnesota with just a doe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He better go back with a tag that has his name on it.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure, because I thought I had it right in my head, but you know me.
No, that's exactly right. It's just and I don't mean to pick on people because we're all that way. It's just we tend to learn the rules by what somebody tells us, and we never really read the rule book.
Right.
And over time, it just evolves into, well, that's the way it's always been. Well, it's actually always been that a non-resident must shoot their own deer, and so that's something that we're going to try to enforce a little harder this year, because there was a growing segment of the people that were trying to get around that by getting people they didn't even know to come into the state, probably charging them some sort of a guide fee to do that, and saying, hey, I'll get Grandma Sally, who hasn't deer in 30 years, she can buy a buck tag or an 86 tag over the counter, and we'll just slap her tag on your deer. Well, that was not the intent of the rule, and that is really not fair chase. And so it's something the department decided it's time to try to put a stop to.
Well, see, and I have heard over the years, and I don't want to say, I want to keep this anonymous as I can, because I don't know, it's all hearsay, but there were people selling their landowner tags to people, for a couple grand, so they could come up here and harvest a buck, which is not legal to do that.
Correct, because if you read specifically in the Iowa Code, it says you cannot have someone else's deer tag in your possession, and you must tag your own deer.
Yeah.
Except during Shotgun 1 and Shotgun 2, where party hunting is allowed. And party hunting meaning that you can share tags amongst people that you're actively hunting with. So, and then that's one reason why we excluded non-residents, just for exactly what you just described. Now, I always tell people when they ask this question, like, well, what's been happening? Well, when you go down Interstate 80 in Iowa, there's a lot of people that pass you going 90 miles an hour.
Right.
There's always people that break the law, but when they get caught, they should not complain complain about the fine that they're going to pay.
Right.
Because they know the rule is that I'm not supposed to speed on Interstate 80. Well, just because you can put your tag on somebody else's deer doesn't make it legal because you bought the tag.
Right.
It's still an illegal activity.
You know, when I first moved up here, and I was on, I don't know if I was on WHO then or if I was what, but I was talking about this, and I said, what, you know, what the state, to be fair and equitable to everybody, they should do what you guys are doing right now. And I actually had people go to Sportsman's Warehouse and other places and call me, say, why are you promoting this anti-hunter on the radio? And they called me an anti-hunter because I said that wasn't fair. And I'm glad that you guys finally did that, because I think that is fair and equitable for everybody.
And that's what the case is this is a public resource that's
right.
available to everybody, and we try to manage it so that everybody has that opportunity to go. You know, there's 3 million people in Iowa, and we don't say that no one can buy a tag, but there's only a couple 100,000 people that go and buy a deer tag.
Right.
We could issue 3 million deer tags a year if everybody wanted to walk in and buy one, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be able to pursue deer the same way and have the same opportunities if that was the case.
Right.
And so we try to be fair to people, especially those people that consume, and then at the same time be cautious of the people that don't consume those animals, that just want to see deer on the landscape. But it's something that the DNR in all states is entrusted by the people to manage for the people. And so we try to keep that fair chase component built into hunting, and as well as keep keep animals in a highlight for people, that it's something they still enjoy seeing. They don't become a nuisance to them.
Well, you're starting to see way more states, Jim, that are they're getting away from the over-the-counter. They're going to a total 100% draw for non-residents, and they're starting to unify under that stuff, and it's. I'm not happy about it, because it was nice to be able to go to Colorado and get an elk tag over the counter, but you have to look at it like what that's going to do is it's going to make the quality of hunting better over the years, where you're not going to have 50 million people all in one area trying to get an elk. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help make the hunt better at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's one reason, even in Iowa, where we do have a draw, especially for non-residents. Remember, back in the day, we had a draw for resident deer hunters and resident turkey hunters, because when all of us go out to pursue, probably the number one thing that comes up in our surveys is people want to enjoy that experience with wildlife, not with I was competing against other people or a guy busted up my hunt because he walked in on me, and so it's managing people as much as it is managing the resource. But hunters have to realize that resource is limited.
Yeah.
We can't pursue it just inevitably, because we have great history of realizing when we had no rules and regulations in the United States, we wiped animals out.
Yeah. Look at the buffalo. Yeah.
And the passenger pigeon and wild turkeys and Canada geese, we pushed those populations to the point of extinction in some places. Yep. And that's where the birth of wildlife management really came from, is the people wanted to have those resources on the landscape for future generations and the current generations to be able to utilize them in a managed way.
Yeah.
And that's what my job is.
Yeah, can't wait till we start seeing more Bigfoot around.
You and your Bigfoots. When you see one, I will put it in my database right beside armadillos.
Hey, if I ever see one, you'll be the first person I call.
Well, hopefully you catch a picture of it on your trail camera on your private property.
I'm hoping if I ever see or hear one, I get it on video. Then I can retire. Aaron says, "What if Uncle Harvey wants to take that buck back to a taxidermist in Minnesota for Uncle Leroy? Can he do that?"
Yep, he can. Yep, he can. But there is a specific thing that has to happen: is that animal has to have identification of the tag of the person that harvested it on it. So I can actually give you deer meat, Dan, that I shoot, but that deer meat is considered my possession. It's off my tag, and I technically have to provide you, and written on the package, my hunter ID number or my license number, so that if you're stopped, you could legally possess that.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't sell it, folks. You can give it away, but you can't sell it. It's illegal to sell it. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Good morning, Don. Good morning, Don in Pennsylvania. Good to see you, buddy. Good morning, Larry. Good to see you as well.
Jim, thank you for giving us the extra time this morning. I know you're busy. You have a wonderful holiday weekend, and I'll get you back on before we start getting into the rut and stuff before the fall deer season. Okay?
Absolutely. Yeah. And just remind your listeners too that this is the best time of the year to be out fishing.
Oh, I'm not going to say that because I want the lake to myself.
Well, you're not going to get the lake this weekend to yourself because there's a lot of pleasure boaters out. But just remember, this fall, these short days get all wildlife active.
Yeah.
And that includes our fish.
No, I've been telling everybody the fall fishing is probably some of the best fishing you can actually get, so.
Yeah, there's just too many other things to be doing. I got to be squirrel hunting.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, buddy. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. If there's anything you need, let me know, please.
Appreciate it very much, Dan. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Jim. There he goes, Mr. Jim Coffee. Fine fella right there. All right. Have you been in the need to go to a dentist? I just went to a dentist. I went to Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi to get my teeth cleaned. And I actually had a nice experience. It was nice because I didn't get to see Andrew because he was in the other side of the building.
That's part of your nice experience?
Yeah. Also, they took great care of me, and I missed last year. I forgot to get my teeth cleaned last year, and I thought I was going to be in trouble, but no cavities. Everything was good, and I brush my teeth twice a day. That helps, kids. Brush your teeth, floss, and I'll be the first to admit that I don't floss as much as I should, but I do brush my teeth with that sonic toothbrush thing.
Oh, yeah.
That helps. But anyway, if you're new to the area or you're just looking for a good dentist to go to, please consider our friends at Advanced Family Dentistry at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. They've been voted best dental clinic in Ankeny, Iowa for years, and there's a reason for that. Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Dr. Brandt, Dr. Williams, Dr. Stewart, they all do a great job of making sure you provide excellent care for all your general dentistry needs, cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, all that stuff. They get you in there, they take care of you, they try to be as gentle as possible, and they'll do the same for you. If you need to call them, 964-1490, 964-1490, or go check them out anytime at ankenysmiles.com. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh. Wherever your adventure takes you, Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back. For tailgating or camping, try the Chilling Brew Packs. They'll keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can.
I'm trying to think if I should ask for Amari Cooper or Hopkins.
Without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic
Because I'm giving you a borderline one running back, and I'm giving you a top 10 receiver. Because you got Taylor in the, was he your first or second pick?
Have you heard about Boyd Creative Print Shop? They have over 30 years experience of helping customers like you put their ideas into action. Boyd Creative Print Shop can
Who would you rather give up?
from shirts to design patches and embroidery. They also offer designs on bags, decals and stickers, and final wraps.
And that would give you Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, and Tank Dell. Plus you would have Kirk on the bench. You'd be good shape.
Receiving wise,
For more information to get your design started, please call Chantel or Andrew at 515-478-5776.
You got Zamir White.
478-5776. Or check them out online or on social media or at boydcreativeprintshop.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services.
Solid 2 or 3 guys.
So that would give me Robinson, Taylor, and David Montgomery. It's not a lot of depth.
Just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me at New Life. We offer a family-friendly,
My problem is,
approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress.
I got to play a chain and Robinson every week. How do you? And I can't find a way to get Montgomery in my lineup, and I love Montgomery.
Montgomery,
so you can discover better choices.
He's good for at least a touchdown every week.
I know.
When you're looking for someone to listen
With
to,
that, though, there's sometimes a little bit erratic with that offense.
Well, they got the number one offensive line.
Yeah, and last year there were a couple games where
Also find
just went downhill quick. I think they'll still be really solid though.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca
Am I calling
Footwear has
Joe?
been helping folks
No,
on their
not today.
adventures for over 40 years.
What's he up to?
Itasca
Huh?
over the years
What's he up to
using
then?
only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make
Vacay or
footwear for the
something, or
whole
what?
family in all situations.
He's on. He's somewhere. Yeah, I just.
Whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing in sub-zero weather. Itasca
Well,
Footwear
yeah.
will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for
I've been
in
up
footwear,
just as
so
long as
everyone
you
can
have,
enjoy their
probably.
day.
It stinks, doesn't it?
For Itasca Footwear,
Yeah.
trusted by millions of customers at most major
Getting to
family-owned
the show and
retailers.
feel like it's
For
already
more
been
information or footwear
half a
styles,
day.
please go to www.itascabrands.com.
Worn out
Itasca
already.
Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
Not good.
This is
Morning,
the
Justin.
Radio with Outdoors Dan on
Chris, be good, buddy. Thank you.
1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We had a bunch of winners this week. We already got our qualifiers for the Ugly Buck contest at DSD Buck Decoy giveaway. Next week we'll give you a chance to win in the second hour. I'm gonna alternate that during the thing. And let's see. So here's what we got going on for this week. I'm going to have a regular secret listener contest winner. So all you got to do is listen to the Outdoor Call Radio app Monday through Friday and send me a screenshot of a show that you're listening to. And I will draw a winner on Saturday. I'm going to do one more round of Norlander socks. If you go to norlandersocks.com and buy 2 pairs of socks, use the code word Dan, get one. You're going to get another free pair. You'll have more than enough socks to last you for all your hunting and fishing adventures, and your feet are gonna have a treat. That's all I'm gonna tell you. They're just, everybody that's bought those socks raves about them. I'm not gonna fib to you. They're awesome. So I'll draw another pair of boots next week as soon as I get 5 or 6 orders. Just if you order it, go to norlandersocks.com, get the order, and then email me a copy of it, outdoorsdan@mac.com. My email is really easy to find. You can find it on the website, theoutdoorcallradio.com, or you can always find it on the app. It says message station. And then I will go ahead and don't enter if you want to win the Ugly Buck contest, though. Yeah, if you want to win the buck contest, don't do the socks. That's a good point, Scotty. So, because you can only win every 30 days, okay? Because we got to keep it fair for everybody. But after I draw the winner of the boots, I will go ahead and do a Weeby knife package for the other couple, whoever's left in the drawing. I'll give away a Weeby knife package. So there you go. That's what we got going on for the week.
That's not bad.
No, I mean, it's always good giveaways. Yeah, I know I messed up. Yeah, you did, Scotty.
What?
Well, technically, Scott, you didn't mess up. So 30 days from today would be, you're going to be right at, you could still win. Because I'm not giving that away till the end of September. So you could still win, technically. Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, so, because I actually drew those on the 30th. So you're okay. You can still win the buck contest. So.
Never give up.
Yeah, because I took everybody's name out and stuff like that. So, and Scott listens almost every day on the app. So, we got a new show on Wednesdays, Trap House Podcast. If you like trapping, that's a good show for you to listen to. I've got some other new shows coming on in about 2-3 weeks that are going to be hunting related. You're going to like them. Every day's got 3 or 4 shows. It's just not me on there. So if you like to listen to hunting and fishing, you're going to love the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's free to download and free to listen. And you just might win. So, there you go. Got a chance to go see Herman's again the other day, 2900 University in West Des Moines. Donnie and Dustin and Laylee, and I didn't get to see Rammy. I got to see Frank, but everybody's doing good, and they're gearing up for the big Christmas giveaway. We're going to give away 2 pairs of diamond earrings, half-carat diamond earrings. So the hunt is on for Herman's this holiday season. How about that? Go check them out, and they'll take great care of you. 2900 University in West Des Moines. Herman's Fine Jewelers, that's where I go if I need to get something done. In-store jewelry repair, custom jewelry, just good stuff right there. Right, James? Or what's your name, Andrew?
Oh, really? Really?
What's your name? Hey?
Hey!
What's your name?
What's your name?
Speaking of that, I was out at Carl Chevrolet yesterday. I had to get my bug shield. Whenever I buy a vehicle from Smokin' Joe Smeltzer, I always make him throw in a bug shield. And I don't leave, and I whine and cry about it until he agrees to it. You just got to wear him down. It takes about 15 minutes. So
let's be honest here. You've had how many years to wear him down at this point?
Well, that's true.
That's why it takes 15
I'm
minutes.
just telling you from experience, if you whine enough for 15
now, and then 10 years down the road.
Here's what I do. Man, Joe, that's a great trade-in offer. That's right in line for what I looked in my book. The book says my truck is worth. That's very fair. Yeah, I appreciate the discounts and the rebates. Did you get my $500 military discount on there? Yeah, Dan, I got your military discount. I said, did you get my $1,000 Costco car discount? And he goes, yeah, I got that. But see, you got to, if you're a Costco member, before you buy a new car, ask them what car discounts or rebates they got. Because I don't know, I think 2 or 3 times now I got an extra $1,000 off for having a Costco membership. And you just do it online and you get, it's free money, folks. So, hey, Andrew Boyd. What's up, buddy? I just heard your commercial, Andrew. Anyway, hey, where's my hats and my shirts? Andrew's been busy. I'll be calling you later. Thank you, Andrew. I haven't bugged you about it because I know you got a lot of stuff going on, pal. Don't worry about it. I was just teasing you. So I'll ask him how all my rebates and stuff. Oh, you have great wear a man down skills. Oh, I do, Todd. I do.
That's right.
And then Dan, you got all the rebates and everything there. I said, man, that's a good deal. Okay, though, Joe, is that really the best you can do on the financing? Oh, Dan, yeah, this is better than a lot of people are getting. I said, okay, man. All right, Joe. Let me ask you this. How about a bug shield? Dan, I'm already giving you this, and this. I'm losing money on this deal. I said, no, you really never lose money, Joe. How about a bug shield? If you can do the bug shield, I'll sign it right now. Fine. I'll throw the bug shield in. That's usually how it goes.
Of course.
Yeah. But I got my bug shield. So anyway, there you go. How about that? So go see Smeltzer, buy a vehicle, and whine and cry until you get your bug shield. He'll cave, I promise you.
Sorry, Joe. You're hearing this.
Yeah. Or a Labor Road.
I'm not a part of that.
What do you mean you're not a part of that?
I'm not a part of the Whine to Joe Club.
Hey, I'm just telling you, the guy makes buku money. He can afford to get a bug shield on the deal. And they do great things over there. The service after the sale is impeccable. They do a good job on that. I'm just telling you right now, it's good way to get a free bug shield. Am I caught up or do I need one more break?
One more break.
All right, we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
If you're an angler, you know the importance of keeping your bait fresh, alive, and handy. Well, let's talk about a bait system that helps folks catch more fish and is made in Minnesota where they know fishing. The Bait Caddy is an amazing bait system that you can use for open water fishing or ice fishing that keeps your minnows, leeches, shiners, and bait fresh while you fish. The Bait Caddy has a clear UV-resistant housing that lets you see your bait at all times. Its large lid allows easy access to your bait and keeps it handy and flush in 8 to 10 inch ice holes. No loose parts, it's self-filling, then it floats. Plus, it's made not to crack, warp, or fade.
I can't be upset with you, dude. I can't sympathize. I really can't.
Easy alongside your boat, and it's made in the USA. The
I mean, ours turns to rain, so we're doing just fine here. But
please go
I
online
gotta say
to
that
www.baitcaddy.com.
you chose that.
The Bait Caddy, easy access to your bait.
He could have gone to Oregon, and he could have gone.
Heading on
It's
your
like a,
next adventure, looking for
I don't
some
know
snacks to
what
take.
he's up
Why
there
not
for, but
pack
he could have
a
gone
snack
to
that
Oregon
tastes
or
great, gives you
gone to
protein,
New York.
and is easy to pack.
And
Have you
Montana's
heard
where
of
he
Soldier
chose.
Boy beef jerky?
Yeah.
Soldier Boy jerky is slow smoked
He's not
in
a big
small
city
batches
guy,
to
so
ensure
New
generous,
York wouldn't
tender
have really
morsels
worked
that
for him.
taste outstanding. Soldier Boy beef jerky
Drive him crazy. Morning, Richard.
original maple or pepper.
Oh, thanks, Todd. I appreciate that. I just saw that.
Soldier Boy beef jerky is veteran-owned and proud supporters of the Canines for Warrior Foundation. They also donate to troops that are deployed serving our country. So next time you're looking for snacks from home or on your next outdoor adventure, please remember to reach for some Soldier Boy beef jerky, available at Sportsman's Warehouse. Soldier Boy beef jerky, outstanding taste that keeps you satisfied in the field. For more information, please check us out online at www.sbjerky.com.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe
Do what?
for over 19 years. A Pet Stop system will not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home. The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2190 or go online to petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Raven approved. He's been a pest lately. I can't shoot my bow, man. He won't leave me alone.
No, Dad, no.
I had to take him outside and leave him out there. I said, I'm going to go downstairs and shoot. You just sit out here and bark at cars for a while. What did Nathan offer you for Taylor?
Well, he did a number 2 bench receiver, bench running back, and someone else.
Oh, he tried to lowball you?
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm giving you more than one guy for your one guy. I go, dude, no. You got to give me value. That's all. I mean, you want my number 1, you're going to have to give me 2. I mean, how bad do you want him? So it's like, you don't want him that badly. It's all right, but this is a. I said, don't even try that offer. I am not going to accept that.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so we got a new show starting in probably won't be till February or March, because I'm going to have what I'm going to do. If you're out hunting this year, especially if you're shooting a gearhead, I'm going to ask you to share some footage with me. I'm going to have a new program called Bowstring Adventures, and we're going to run that on the YouTube channel because I wanted it where everybody can watch it and it doesn't cost you anything. So it's going to be like a 10 or 15 minute hunting show. I'm going to make it short and sweet, short and pithy. But what I'm going to do, if you send me some footage that I can use, you're going to want to do this. You're going to want to shoot an opening. Just a prime example. Hey guys, we're out here in Indiana, and we got a great morning. Looked at the weather. We got a nice cold front coming in. The wind's going to be in our favor. We're looking right over some oaks or a food plot. We got a good funnel situation here. The deer should be coming this way to feed, and hopefully we're going to get a shot. So sit back and let's see what happens. Just simple opening like that, and then get some shots. You know, some like a squirrel, or they call those cutaways or B-roll, however you want to say it. And then you want to get your deer coming in, and then get the shot, and then just do a real short recovery. Doesn't have to be a lot of footage. It could be 5 minutes. It could be whatever. And the recovery could just be you walking up on the deer and just high-fiving, or just say, hey man, what great shot, that that bow did great. Got it hit where I wanted it. Time to get some field dressing done and get a tag on him and get back to the truck. You don't have to spend a ton of time on this, but I just want to make sure we get the shot, we get the encounter. If you miss, I might even use that. So just make sure that you're doing this, and make sure it's 1080 or 4K footage. And then you don't have to be shooting a gearhead. Skip was nice enough to open it up to anybody shooting a bow or a crossbow. But if I use your footage, you're going to be in a drawing for a $4,500 whitetail hunt to Triple H Outfitters in Kansas in 2026. You sound like Ronald Reagan announcing baseball. Well, Rick, I got to tell you, I don't think I can do Reagan. Mr. Gorbachev, you break down that wall. I don't think I sound like Reagan.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, that compliment, I'd take it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Nancy and I are sitting here in the cornfield. Yep. She just says no. Just say no, Nancy.
Just say no.
Just say no. I loved Reagan. Reagan was a good president. Reagan was in when I was in the military.
Ah.
Yeah. He was a good president. Yes, he was. Good man. Good man.
One of the good ones. Yeah.
All right. I'm done. We got everything done today. I couldn't believe it. So thanks to Andrew doing a good job. We will. Congrats again to Todd, Quinn, and Victor up in Norwalk for winning this week. Get those screenshots to me on the Outdoor Call app. You got a good chance of winning. And don't forget that Norlander sock contest. And then after that, when we wrap up the Ugly Buck contest, October, November, December, we'll probably do some. I got a couple hunting packages we're going to give away, and then for the month of November, when we get to after Halloween, is when we'll start the Herman's Hunt for the Holidays contest for the diamonds. So after Halloween, we'll start that. So how about that? All right, thanks for everybody following me online. Thank you for the Imperial RV live stream. Thanks to Zach and Denise for helping. It did great, man. Our daughter was named after him, Reagan, not Ronald. That's funny. Everybody have a great weekend. Good holiday. Be safe, and God willing, we'll see you next week. Until then, bye. Bye, everybody. Have a good week. Appreciate you.